So has the president's trip so far been a success? White House reporter for the Daily Beast, Lachlan Markay, has been documenting the whole thing, and he's here with me now. Welcome back, Lachlan.
Great to be here.
So let's talk a little bit about the dynamic between the Israelis and Saudi Arabia. There's a lot of fawning on all sides. Saudi Arabia was having their, thank God it's not President Obama reception, and the president was very effusive in talking about our alliance. But Israel and Saudi Arabia do have a very strained relationship, to put it lightly. Do you think inking a huge arms deal does anything to damage our relationship with Israel?
I think Prime Minister Netanyahu kind of hinted at it in his remarks earlier when he said, that very often common enemies can, if not unite people, then at least, for striving towards a mutual objective, and that can tend to smooth over some of these differences. And I think that was sort of a thinly veiled comment about the Islamic State and, mutual threats,
yeah.
Iran in particular, mutual threats that Saudi Arabia and Israel face. So,
yeah, particularly Iran, because as Iran is
right.
gobbling up more territory in some of those imploding countries, Saudi Arabia is sitting there going, especially with the Obama administration, what's in it for us? Which,
right.
Yeah,
and when you talk about Middle East conflict, obviously, Israeli and Palestinian, but you're also talking about Sunni versus Shia, Saudi Arabia versus Iran, and this conflict within Islam that's raged for centuries now. Yeah. And Obama was kind of looking to rebalance how the U.S. fits into that equation a little bit by aligning us a little more with Iran. And it's pretty clear that President Trump is reversing that in a big way, even if he hasn't, torn up the nuclear deal on day one as he pledged to.
I know, and people paint President Obama as being this constitutional scholar with a globalist, wonderful, deep understanding of how the world really works, and Donald Trump is a total rube. I think only half of that is right, but I also think it would be hysterical if Donald Trump accidentally told all the players to knock it off and somehow achieved world peace. His presidency is so unlikely that I think it is quite possible that he could be the one human being, like it's just weird enough that he'll bring everyone to the table and something will come of it.
I mean, this was a big week for Jared Kushner, that's for sure. He's in charge of the Middle East peace process. You could certainly see his hand at work in the speech in Saudi Arabia the other day.
Lovely, smooth hand.
So, he's really emerging as one of the top White House people, especially on foreign policy issues. Yeah. So he could come back to D.C. looking pretty good after this trip.
Yes, Jared Kushner has been tasked with much, but so far it seems that he is having some success, and, if there are results to be had from this trip, he'll get some of the credit for it. And we hear rumors that he is going to replace Steve Bannon, Ryan Priebus, and Sean Spicer. Do you have any confirmation on that?
I can't confirm that quite yet. He's certainly a talented dude.
He is.
He might have to bring in Ivanka as well, and they could sort of tag team the situation.
Lachlan, we will keep an eye on this trip. There are many stops left. There are many more days. And the president never ceases to delight and entertain. Thank you very much.